quite a journey to get here, and I appreciate it that you should want to come and wish me a happy 90th birthday.
Oh, he said it.
Unfortunately, the balloon went off somewhere. And somebody, I think it was Katie, was it you, came along and stuck that on me?
Yeah, no, that did, but I bought it for you.
Yeah. So I couldn't get away from it. I was trying to dodge it a bit, but there's no dodging it. It's there, and I've got to live with it now. So evidently, when you're 90, you can say anything you want. You can insult people. But I won't insult anybody at the moment. What are you doing over there? I can hardly believe it myself that I'm 90. And anyway, I could give you a little speech. It can last anything from 5 minutes to 2.5 hours. Talking about what's happened in the past. But I'll try and keep it short. You know, I was born in Same Harbour, County Durham. People from there, members of the family. And anyway, I'll get over that bit quickly, I think. Same Harbour was a great place, and I really enjoyed my life there, apart from school. School was horrible. And it was during the war years. All the male teachers had gone off to the war, and they left these ladies behind. I think they're all lady teachers. I don't think they could cope with us lads or something.
No.
They used to wallop us. It was awful. I got the cane every day of my life, and I was one of the good kids. And they used to wonder why you were doing bad work, and your hands were always swollen. Never mind, we get over that bit. Because we used to spend a lot of time running to the shelter as well in those days for the air raids. So it was a funny old life. And I used to dodge school a bit by volunteering to go and work on the land. We used to go and pick potatoes. Much better than school, that was. And we got 3 bob an hour or something like that for it. Something similar.
They're looking for people to do that now.
Probably same wages.
I couldn't stand up to it nowadays.
I think it's 4 bob now.
Anyway, when I was old enough to drink, about 18, it was 18, and I was a good lad. I wasn't going to drink, and I didn't drink till I was 19. That was a record up there. And the singing began with the drinking. They used to get people up to sing in the every pub had a singing end. We call it a singing end, and there'd be a room about this size with a piano in the corner, and there was always somebody there that could play anything, in any key. And when I'd had a few drinks, my mate Stu, I was game for to get up and sing, and I couldn't sing really, and my voice was in my boots, and I used to try and get up and sing the latest songs, the pop songs. And somebody told me afterwards, I said, what were they like then when I was singing like that? They were bloody awful. And one day somebody came to me and said, "You're a bass, you should sing Old Man River."
Oh.
So for the next 2 or 3 years, every time they asked me to sing, I sang Old Man River. But the difference was, people were taking notice of me, and they used to listen to me. Well, before they would, get on with a beer and chat while I was singing. So I thought, oh, I've got something here. And then a bit later on, somebody said, "You've got a good voice, you should get it trained." I thought, how do I do that, I didn't have a clue. One night I was looking down the Sunderland Echo advert, and I saw Mrs. Bilson singing lessons. I thought, oh, I'll have a go at this. So the singing lessons, we didn't have phones in those days. There was only one phone for the whole street, about 3 phones in the whole town, So you didn't phone, you wrote a letter to her. And then I had a telegram arrive the next day. And in those days, it wasn't too far after the war, telegram was always bad news, and my mother was in a flap. Oh, telegrams! And it so happened that my sister Sheila, about 2 years older than me, she was going out with a chap that was several years older than her, which my mother didn't approve of. And she said, bloody telegrams come to the house, what next, you know? She opened it and all it said was, come tonight. Come tonight, 9:15, Bilson. And my mother thought it was his boyfriend. And I was trying to do this on the sly, so I didn't want anybody to know about it, but I had to tell him what I was doing. So I went through to Sunderland. We lived in these Deanside. There was somebody else lived there as well.
I did.
It was quite a modern estate, but it didn't compare with this big houses at Sunderland with the big iron gates. So I went through there, and the big Georgian house and the big iron gates and things, and I could see through the French windows there was a big tall bloke in the middle of two girls, and they were standing there with their hands on the hips, like. And I thought, and I was a bit of a rough miner in those days. Bloody hell, I'm not going in there. I didn't go. I went back home. Anyway, it took me another year. I wasted a year there. It took me another year to decide to have another go. And eventually I went along to have this audition with Mrs. Bilson. And she was a good, big, imposing woman. And she said, have you got some music for me? I said, music? What's that? No, I haven't got any music. She said, well, what do you sing? I said, Old Man River. I still hadn't moved on from Old Man River. Well, what key do you sing in? She said, I don't know. She said, oh, never mind. What's that? She sat down and tried to find the key, and she goes, oh, that's too high. That and she finishes right down the bottom. Yeah, that's okay now. I'll sing it now. So, anyway, I sang this Old Man River, and I knew what she was going to say at the end, because at this particular time there was a lot of Mario Lanza singers, films on. And there was always Local Boy Makes Good and all this sort of thing. And I knew exactly what she was going to say, and she more or less said it. She sat back after I finished. She said, my God, the voice I've waited for all these years. She literally said that. Because I didn't have a clue about singing or anything. But anyway, that's where it all began. And I thank Old Man River for that. I owe everything to Old Man River.
Yeah.
Because everything went on from there. I got the audition at Sadler's Wells, and then I came down, and then I met this lady here. I was in London 5 minutes, and I met her. I've been warned, don't get married, whatever you do, don't get married. But here they all are.
She told me this afternoon she had a list of positives and negatives.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what was on each side.
Anyway, I've had a great life, and it went on. We had Sadler's Wells Opera, and then I was at Drury Lane for Camelot and Hello Dolly, and then we moved back north, and I went into Clubland, and I did pretty well in that as well. Did lots of television and things.
Up Knox, the man with
Up
the
Knox. Up Knox.
Started off.
The original Idol.
the man with the golden voice.
Yeah, that's Scotland. I did a lot of work in Scotland, and that's what the man with the golden voice also was. It's a rusty old bass, you know.
Played a bit of Crankies.
I worked with the Crankies, yes. Anything else?
Yes, tell them about that photo.
Oh, of course, the photograph over there. I asked Nadia this morning who do you think it was. She said, was it one of the Sunderland managers? So that was when I was with English National Opera. I think I was 47 on that picture there, about 48. And we were doing the magic flute in the schools. And I was playing Sir Astro in the magic flute. And it was decided it was going to be a modern production. So I was playing the part of an American presidential candidate.
What?
That's the character I had.
As Sir Astro.
And it said, and at the beginning of the production, I had to walk around. All the kids were sitting around, and I had to walk around and get them to vote for me, sort of thing.
You're like biting your tongue with it.
And I got this. What was that? I got this idea. I bought some lollipops, and I was chucking them into the kids. I was walking around to the music of Magic Flute Overture. And that's to fill the overture in with me walking around giving lollipops. And anyway, what I was getting to was the kids were told they had to write an essay about what they'd seen at the opera and things. And there was a real schoolboy howlers among them. I read some of them afterward. But the one I liked the best was somebody said, Sir Astro, not Sir Astro,
No,
Sir Astro, as his own teacher. Sir Astro never gave me a lollipop.
Well, here is that kid now.
President Biden.
So anyway, I've had a lovely life with a lovely wife and all my lovely children and my lovely grandchildren and my cousins and all my friends. It's lovely to have you all here.
And don't miss out.
And don't miss out on what? I can't hear so good nowadays.
Miss the absent friends.
Of course, yes. Yeah, and I've got to remember our absent friends and relatives who are not here. It would be really lovely to have Catherine here from Australia, but it wasn't possible.
That is true.
And other absent friends. So can we have a toast to absent friends?
To absent friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we scold Man River then?
Not at this moment.
Go on.
You need a hand back to me in a minute.
Well, I haven't been doing any singing for 4 years since I sang, apart from Wednesday morning. We had a little do in our complex, and they induced me to sing. And I thought, well, I said I'd sing, but I'm not sure what's going to come out. It wasn't too bad.
It was lovely.
And I knew the bottom part of my voice was working okay. So I sang Old Man River a bit lower than I normally sing it, which is quite low.
In your boots.
In my boots.
Digging.
I've got to find the key.
Oh gosh. Tuning for.
You want to sing it now?
Yeah, why not? Because Richie can't play that on his guitar.
He can't play anything on his guitar.
You didn't bring your tuba with you, did you?
No.
You didn't bring the tuba, you couldn't get in, you didn't have enough room in
Couldn't
the
get it
car.
in the articulated lorry from a
Never mind.
Anybody give them a note?
Has everyone got one of those things on their
All
phones
the
for the...
folks work on the Mississippi. Colored folks work while the white men play. All in those robes. Oh no, I'm going to do the shortened version, sorry. There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I longs to be. What does he care if the world got troubles? What does he care if the lands ain't free? Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, he keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and them that plants 'em is soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge and lift that bale, you gets a little drunk and you lands in jail. Oh, I gets weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man River, he just keeps rolling on.